We're here to talk about the T3 experience for men. This has been a huge part of the Robert Cromeans culture. Salons around the world identify with this. It's really a great example of not taking the sink for granted. It's about creating these memorable experiences that people want to come back for. I think that we've turned our sink into a spa, and there's not been a better way to celebrate at Paul Mitchell World than the T3 experience for men. That's where it originated. We're just going to take everything else even further. We can't wait to discuss that. This is where it all started, the tea tree man. We're going to give you the key points of how we can do this, and most importantly, do it consistently. Beautiful, clean white bowl. First thing, beautiful hot towel straight from the warmer. Add a little bit of the essential oil just for the aroma factor. Comfort being the key point here, guys. Getting it situated. Sign of a pro, really get all this into action. We're going to use some essential oils. And the key here, guys, is not rubbing all the scent away, just a couple of drops on your palms. It's like gold. And then very gently, just gliding your hands together so that you're not making it all dissipate. Using your middle fingers, we're going to just pinpoint the point of the chin, making a slight love heart gesture. I love this. And just letting them take 3 beautiful deep breaths there. And really encourage a client like a great masseuse would to really get into this part. 2. Very gently gliding up the scalp, doing a little bit of a 30 seconds or more of a sort of dry scalp manipulation, just starting to bring all the blood to the head. We're going to work on temperature, guys. Got to ask a lot of questions here. Comfort questions. Critical, critical. No point in continuing if the client's uncomfortable or the temperature's wrong. You like it hot? You like it medium? How's that feel? Good questions the whole time through. First thing, get the hair nice and saturated. We're going to use tea tree special shampoo. You got choices. Lavender, mint, lemon, sage. The great thing here, there's no limitation. You can change it up constantly, guest to guest. Again, working through. Be generous with it, guys. Don't be Scottish. Working inside in circular motions, nice and slow. Again, the power of touch, just like a great massage, asking great questions, make sure it's feeling good. Of course, if you've been doing this, you can tell by the reaction of the guest's face. Working down with your thumbs towards the temples. Again, 3 beautiful circulatory movements. Letting your fingers creep down into the neckline, the nape. There's nothing feels better than just really letting your fingers slowly just creep across the scalp. Again, product is a key here. It helps give a lot of lubrication, so it makes everything glide much more gentle. We're going to slowly rotate the head so that we can get right into that bottom corner nape area, creeping up in there, just keeping everything in a nice, slow, very purposeful, never losing contact from either hand, guiding the client very, very gently, just swinging them into position, no sudden movements, please. Working right down into those incredible pressure points that often are so neglected. If you're having hard times in there, don't be scared to even tilt a client up when you get into these magical spots. Timeline, 3 minutes can feel like 30 if you're doing it good, but again, just get permission from the guest to how long you want this experience to last. Into the temples again, sets of 3 circulatory using the fingertips. Anchoring the thumbs to the top of the head so you feel this constant tension. You're going to see as we go through this, we use a lot of traction. So again, we're trying to really emulate the key points again and again so we become consistent. Here we are, a little rub-a-dub-dub using the tips of the fingers, keeping the soft, slow movement, pressure, soft, medium, or hard, depending on the guest. The little creaking down there, I love how that just creeps down into the side area, starting to connect with the ears. Keeping good, strong pressure that you're in control. Can tell a lot about you as a young hairdresser, whether the client feels like you're in control. Look at the client's face, make sure you're seeing the result you're looking for. There you go, just soft movement. We suggest in the wash house we use our wash house voices, little words, try to keep the chit-chat down. Working throughout the head entirely, using the thumbs at the top of the crown, using the fingertips to keep connected. Try and cover as much territory as possible so that you get multiple sensations. Pushing the thumbs down towards the forehead. Just keep squeezing those fingers. There's so many ways to interpret this. All we want to do is give you some key principles, what I call in our salon the minimum, and you can feel free as a creative artist to take this further. Get the rinse right. Again, there's nothing more stimulating than a beautiful rinse, getting a good pressure on the water hose. And I think part of this is part of the ritual, if you think about it. It's really how you rinse it through. The experience of water is one of my favorite things. It's something I'm working on in the current wash house development. There's something magical and titillating about it. Final rinse, again, we're going to go into these multiple choices. We're going to go into the tea tree family. We've got 3 choices here. We're going to go tea tree special conditioner. We have lavender mint, moisturizing conditioner, or lemon sage. Choice is yours, freedom of will. And again, the thing I love about this product, more than I'm worried about the condition of the hair, I'm looking for the right fragrance. I'm looking for the right slip to the hair so that I can continue massaging. Using my thumbs around the ears, just really pushing in, finding the ideal pressure point, gliding over the ears. I know we only wash hair, guys, but think about it. We've got this opportunity, an open canvas, if you will. Nice, slow, circulatory movements, reacting as if time has stopped. That's our objective here, just to stop the clock on a man, a woman. It makes no difference. It is absolutely the highlight of the salon experience. And again, the conditioner is vital for this, to give us that incredible emollient feeling on the surface, so there's no tug happening here. We're pretty much repeating the first cycle again. So again, hitting those same key pressure points. People say, is it different? Absolutely. The conditioning, leaving it in there, really makes the difference. It's a whole different massage. It feels a whole lot different. It's more kinder to the skin. It's really got a massage oil element to it here. There you go, just sneaking around there. You know, really just getting into it. Notice the second hand is constantly in a position of contact. I can really spot an amateur when they choose to let go of the guest. As little as possible would be my recommendation. Keep contact at all times. Side 2, the same thing. So that's what's really good. Once you get the foundation down on the shampoo experience, you're really repeating it and just adding your own flavor to the secondary part, using the conditioner as the second memorable part of the experience. Pushing into the jawline. Remember, these pressure points can be somewhat sensitive, so gauge in there slowly. Don't go for the strongest pressure first. Kind of ease into it, creep up to it. Again, you're going to visit it 2 or 3 times, so you don't have to hit it first time full force. Have it something that grows into a movement. There we go, bringing it back up to center. A little multiple action side by side. That gives me goosebumps. This just goes right through your whole body here. Oh, you can feel it if you're just watching it with me. Pushing in again gently at first, right in those pressure points. Letting them feel that there's some force there. Nobody likes a mamby-pamby massage. Gotta commit to it. Find and kind of breathe with the guest. Start turning the sink into the spa. This is the first procedure. In the neckline again. Again, this is a crowd favorite. Coming in with the knuckles here, creating a little pinching action all the way down to the spine. Almost like you're kneading. So just kneading through there. That's one of the wash house menu items sometimes. Knead me. Oh, right in there. Feeling any stress. Taking as much time as you can afford in there. Again, these are the little add-ons that make the biggest difference to the haircut or the haircut experience. Little circulatory rotation, that's a common thing throughout the whole key point foundation. Working side to side. Let's be friends with both sides, both countries. Getting into that bottom neckline. Really softening it up there. Really taking the client on that relaxation experience journey. Little repeat action. Pushing down there. Really getting into there. Making definite contact. Making sure you're making a presence. Oh, just gliding up there. Again, that's another key benefit of the conditioner here. Cradling the client back, guys. Don't just shampoo and drop. You're going to get a concussion. Gently glide them back. And then make a very soft dismount when you're starting to lose contact to the client. Don't just stop. Make it as a little tingly party that relieves itself with permission. There you go. Great send-off. And again, the ritual of water. I love it, love it. The indulgence of water. We're going to use here a hot towel. And this is one of our favorites, an original T3 experience booster. Working with this hot, beautiful, clean white towel. Letting it steam up there. We're going to apply the desired essential oil. You know, I love this. Take your time with this because this is part of the experience. You're going to start to smell this being lifted by the beautiful steam. It just makes it raise around the client's senses. There you go. Now, it's steamy hot, and that's partly to give me the fragrance up in the air and start making my wash house smell incredibly indulgent. Giving it a good wring out, and again, if it's hot, watch out, hairdressers. Get all the heat out of it, and then very gently unfold it like a present. And let some of that excessive heat just drift away, and make sure you've got it kind of cooled down a little bit before it hits the client. And just like before, with great ease, we're just going to move in quite slowly, folding the towel in a folded form here so we can make a little contact, as you'll see. Here we go. Just very gently. Just wrapping around the chin, giving a little tug. I love that. That's the traction part. If you've experienced this, guys, it is absolutely newsworthy. Old barber style, folding the towel around the face, so let all that beautiful heat just driving it in, keeping the face open so the client can breathe. We found that to be quite effective. Again, start some stimulation here, using just the middle fingers here, not your strong pointer fingers, just using a softer touch here, just pressing out the imprint of the face. Again, slowly, just pushing in quite gradually on the pressure points. Right in there on top of the nasal cavity feels great. It just stimulates the whole body. Again, the client's breathing underneath, really catching the vapor. Oh, talk about stopping the clock. Moving into the temples. Little circulatory action similar to the shampoo, but just using it in a different way. Every piece of it feels absolutely different. All right, multiples here. Thumbs at the top of the head. Pushing your other two fingers around the nasal cavity. Just gentle pressure here, depending on the guest. If you've got a sinus headache, this is going to feel so good. Nice soft movements, hitting those temples again. Can't ever visit the temple enough. Into the jawline. Again, slow opening. And that is an incredible experience. Now we're going to remove the residual conditioner that we put in. Sometimes in the summertime we use colder rinses. This is sometimes where we bring in the Perrier. A lot of options here. One of the salons we use, he uses a shaker with ice crystals on the top final rinse. Just depends on the climate and the weather. You know, nothing better than to really switch it up a little bit on those final rinses to make a big deal about it, to give it some crescendo of an ending, if you will. So just rinsing out the final remnants of the conditioning treatments we chose. So the hair is now starting to feel really, really clean. And again, we talk about the options. There's so many things to do. Every part of it's got to be good, not just the shampoo, not the conditioner, even on the final rinse. I love that sometimes, just to feel the water. I keep talking in the company about this, the indulgence of water. I really feel that as a fascinating device that we have at our fingertips. Just kind of combing through with our fingers. We're going to use a little bit of the moisture mist over the top. Give a little warning shot. There you go, not right in the face like mace. Over the top of, just let that settle in. That's got to feel so good. Undeniably an experience that is memorable. Now we're going to start sort of pulling the client back to reality here, but we're going to be very gentle as we do the wake up. We're going to roll the client slightly forwards. In our case, we're going to dismiss the sink. If you don't have that option, again, you're just going to rock the client into more of a sit-up position. We're going to walk the fingers around, and we're really targeting the clavicle here with just our fingertips applying pressure. We're going to do this again in sets of 3, just pulling up, squeeze, and hold. That feels incredible as a dismount technique. Try not to point in too hard, but make it definite that you're going for these places here. Don't be creeping around like a surprise hand from nowhere. Pushing on the shoulders. A little squeeze, using a little bit of pressure right there. You can use breathing here also, guys. go, we're just changing our hand position. Work your way out to the shoulders. Aiming for those trapezoid muscles. Just again, a squeeze and a release. A squeeze and a release. And we recommend 3 times. Hey, if you got the time, do as many as you wish. Excellent. To say for some salons, you may want to step around from the sink here. Whatever makes you and your guests comfortable. What a great way to dismount an incredible shampoo experience.